Welcome back, my name is Guy, and this is the second video of my shop cabinet upgrade series. Last time I made the cabinets and drawers. This time I'm going to make the drawer fronts, spray the finish on all the pieces, install the drawers, tear out the old cabinets and worktop, and install the new cabinets. Then I'm going to make this nice laminated countertop and add solid maple edging to it. Let's get to work. Well, these two pieces of plywood here are going to be the fronts for the drawer cabinets. It's one piece of plywood. I did cut it in the middle so I can get it through my table saw without opening up my garage door. This is going to be the double cabinet. This section right here is for the corner cabinet, and this section right here is for the single base cabinet. I want to try to get the grain to flow through all the way around. It's not a big deal. It's a shop cabinet, but still, if I can do it, I can do it. So I'm going to start by ripping off the bottom and working my way up and just get these broken up. I've got the two pieces of plywood cut, and I've left the two top pieces, which are going to be the last two drawers on the top. I've left that wide for now. I'll cut that later after I get all these drawers fitted. I just need to go over the miter saw and start cutting these to final length. Well, I have the drawer fronts cut out of those strips. I've laid everything out. I've labeled everything so I know where they go back together later. Now I need to get to edge banding all these drawer fronts. Well, I've edge banded all the drawers, and I want a 1/16 inch reveal all the way around. These are full inset drawers. So I've got some shims here between the drawers and on the sides. Now that I have those in place, I can just take this measurement here and then cut the last drawer front. Well, I finished the other drawer fronts, and I've got everything set up now to spray this. It's kind of a makeshift spray booth here. Everything's been sanded down to 150. The inside of the cabinets aren't going to get sprayed. It's just the face frames, and then the two sides are going to show these cabinets are upside down right now, and of course all the drawer fronts. So I'll probably put 2, maybe 3 coats down on it, sanding in between, and the finish should look real nice. Now, the finish I'll be using is General Finishes High Performance. This is a water-based finish, which is really nice. It's no smell, lays down really nice, and sanding between coats gives you a really nice feel to it. This is a really good finish and very durable, so it's a very good choice for this project. I've laid down a nice wet coat where I need to. I'm going to let this sit for 3, maybe 4 hours. The conditions in my shop here are such that that should be about the right amount of time. And then I'll come back, scruff sand it, and again put another coat and maybe a 3rd coat down. Well, all the drawers are in. The thing I need to do next is work on the drawer fronts. I need to remove the top 4 drawers, and I'll install the bottom one first. Now, all these drawers are going to be inset, so that means they're not going to overlay the face frame at all. So I need to create a reveal all the way around here. And I've got some 1/16 inch shims. I'm going to put one on the bottom. I've got one on the side, and I want to make sure I get the right way. Put that in there like that. Now I've got the shims in, I can take these clamps, clamp the drawer front to the drawer, All right, so the first one's in. I've got my 16th inch reveal all the way around the drawer. I just need to reinstall my shims and keep going all the way up. Well, I've got that 16th inch reveal I was looking for all the way around the drawers. It came out really nice. And there's about a 32nd of an inch setback on each of the drawers. All right, that's the last of the drawer handle installed on this bank of drawers. I still have 3 more to do after this, and then we'll get ready for the installation. We've got the space cleared out from where the old worktop and cabinets were, and it was quite a mess under there. There was a lot of stuff, and a lot of spider webs, leaves, just stuff I don't even want to really talk about. Anyways, so there's some holes in the walls. Those were there, way before I did anything here, and I need to start installing the cabinets. Well, the first cabinet is installed, shimmed, and screwed up against the wall, and it's perfectly level all the way around. If you notice on the bottom, it's up off the floor a couple inches, and that's by design. I knew it was going to be like that. First of all, the floor is heavily sloped because it is a garage floor. Second, I do want to keep it up off the floor because of water, so that'll all get covered up later. I've got all the base cabinets installed, and they're nice and rock solid. Everything is perfectly level. I checked it, a bunch of times, obviously, because that's the way I am. There's going to be some of you asking why I did this in the corner. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Well, there's just a bank of drawers here. There's all this wasted space back here. We have a kitchen cabinet that has basically the same angular corner with a Lazy Susan in the middle. That is a lot of space, but things tend to get stuck in the sides all the way in the back. I really didn't want to deal with that if I did adjustable shelves, and I really prefer drawers over shelves. So I decided that I have, I'm tripling the storage that I had here anyways. So I just decided to put deep shelves right here and just do it that way. That way things weren't getting lost in the back. So now I need to make the top and get that put on. I have a piece of particle board up here on my table, and I'm going to straighten one edge and then rip it in half and then cross cut it, and that's going to give me the pieces I need to do both straight parts of the countertop. So let's get to it. All the top pieces are cut. I'm getting ready to put some Formica on them. This is going to be black because I just like the black against the maple. So I'm going to measure these out, cut this, and then glue them down with contact cement. I'm going to be using contact cement to get these two sides together, and This is really stinky, nasty stuff. So I've got the garage door open a crack, the man door open a crack, and I just want to get good coverage on all these pieces, both the top laminate and of course the substrate, which is the particle board. After I get this done, I'm going to let it sit. It says it glue dries in about 20 to 25 minutes, so we'll see if that's true. So I'm just going to leave this sit for probably an hour or two before I mess with it anymore. I've let these sit for about an hour, and I've got a flush trim bit in my router here and the depth set. So I just need to plunge into one side and go all the way around and trim this to the sides. Well, that's it right there, and nice and flush. So I just need to get the other two pieces done, and then I can start working on the mitered corner. Well, I've got one of the tabletops here and the corner upside down on my workbench, and I've made sure that this corner right here is nice and flush. So I'm going to be putting these, and I really don't know what they're called, either like miter lock nuts, something like that. It doesn't really matter. What they do is they sit down to a recess in here, and you go from underneath, and you can tighten these down and pull the halves together. So to route those, I'm going to use a simple template. I'm going to put some sticky double-sided tape down on here, put it on there, and then take a router and route these out so I have a recess. So that's it right there, and then this will just sit in that pocket. Like I said, I'll be able to take a wrench from underneath and twist this and get those real tight. Sorry about the crappy camera angle, it's about the best I can do. I need to get these into those slots in there, and I need to get the dominoes in there, so it's a little tricky, but I got the other side on. That was the more difficult one, so we'll see how we do with this. There we go. After I move this around a little bit, I want to make sure that these seams right here line up with these, and that on each end I've got about 1.5 inches, well, exactly 1.5 inches overhang. I need to attach this cabinet top before I put the edge banding on, because I need to get all these drawers in here, because let me turn this camera around. My shop is a total mess. I got boxes, I got stuff, I got drawers, I got cabinets, I got crap everywhere. I cannot work in here like this. I have to get all this stuff up off the floor, down here. That's all got to start going in those cabinets. Well, I got all the drawers in. Now I can start picking up my shop a little bit and getting some stuff in the drawers. And then I'll work on the edge banding that goes around the top. So I've milled up some 1.5 inch maple stock, and these are actually two boards that were laminated together. And I've cut them at about the length they're going to be. I need to start fitting those to the ends for edge banding. And I'm going to start right here. I'm going to cut this at 45 degrees. I'm going to fit this to this, and then just keep going all the way around. Alright, all the edge banding is on, and I've held it in place with tape. I really don't know what good the tape is going to do, but I put it on there anyways just because I felt obligated to do something. So I'm just going to let this dry for probably 3 or 4 hours before I attempt to touch it. I've got to do some light sanding and put some finish on it. So the edge banding is all done. I've sanded it down and applied 3 coats of the General Finishes high performance water-based poly on it. And this part of the project is done. I'm going to start filling up some of those drawers. And next time I'm going to start building the upper cabinets.